What if I told you that 8 simple minerals could dramatically reduce your age spots/inflammation and potentially block certain cancers after 60? The science is staggering, and most people have no idea these natural compounds are sitting right in their kitchen cabinets or can be found at any pharmacy. But here's the shocking part. The majority of adults over 60 are deficient in at least 3 of these critical minerals, unknowingly accelerating their aging process and disease risk. Today, we're diving deep into groundbreaking research from leading medical journals that reveals exactly how these mineral powerhouses work, which forms are most effective, and the precise amounts you need to transform your health after 60. The silent crisis. After 60, as we cross the threshold of 60, our bodies undergo profound changes that most people don't fully understand. Chronic inflammation quietly builds in our systems, creating what researchers call inflammaging, a persistent low-grade inflammatory state that accelerates aging and disease development. This inflammatory cascade doesn't just affect our joints or energy levels, it fundamentally alters how our cells repair themselves, how our immune system functions, and how effectively our body can prevent cancer formation. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition published extensive research showing that adults over 60 experience a 40% increase in inflammatory markers compared to younger adults. But here's what's truly alarming. This inflammation directly contributes to the formation of age spots, increases cancer risk, and creates a perfect storm for chronic disease development. The visible signs we see on our skin are merely the tip of the iceberg. Beneath the surface, cellular damage is accelerating at an unprecedented rate, and traditional approaches often fall short of addressing the root cause. What makes this crisis even more concerning is that many people accept these changes as inevitable parts of aging. They resign themselves to increasing numbers of age spots, assume joint stiffness is normal, and don't realize that their risk for certain cancers is climbing with each passing year. However, emerging research from institutions like Harvard Medical School and the Mayo Clinic reveals that specific minerals can interrupt these processes at the cellular level, potentially reversing years of accumulated damage. All right, here's the lineup of minerals that help block age spots, cancer, and inflammation after 60. Let's begin with number 1. Zinc. Zinc stands as one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory minerals available to us, yet it's critically overlooked in most health discussions after 60. This essential trace element serves as a cofactor for over 300 enzymes in your body, directly impacting immune function, wound healing, and cellular repair mechanisms. What's particularly fascinating is how zinc deficiency becomes increasingly common as we age, with studies showing that up to 40% of adults over 60 don't consume adequate amounts through their diet. Meta-analyses published in the Journal of Nutritional Science demonstrate that zinc supplementation significantly reduces C-reactive protein levels, a key marker of systemic inflammation. These studies followed thousands of participants over multiple years, consistently showing that those who maintained optimal zinc levels experienced measurably lower inflammatory markers and improved immune responses. The mineral works by supporting the production of metallothioneins, DOTs, proteins that help regulate cellular stress and reduce oxidative damage throughout the body. To harness zinc's full potential, research indicates that men over 60 should aim for 11 milligrams daily, while women need approximately 8 milligrams. The most bioavailable food sources include oysters, beef, pumpkin seeds, and cashews. However, absorption can be tricky. Zinc competes with iron and calcium for uptake, so timing matters significantly. Taking zinc with a small amount of protein, away from high-calcium meals, maximizes absorption. For those considering supplements, zinc picolinate or zinc gluconate forms show superior bioavailability compared to zinc oxide. The key is consistency rather than megadosing, as excessive zinc can actually impair immune function and interfere with copper absorption. Next, selenium. Selenium operates as nature's master conductor of antioxidant activity, orchestrating the production of selenoproteins that serve as your body's primary defense against oxidative stress and inflammation. This remarkable mineral is integral to the function of glutathione peroxidase, one of your body's most powerful antioxidant enzymes. What makes selenium particularly crucial after 60 is its direct role in supporting thyroid function, immune system regulation, and potentially reducing cancer risk. Randomized controlled trials published in PubMed reveal that selenium supplementation can significantly reduce inflammatory markers, including C-reactive protein and interleukin-6. These studies, involving thousands of participants across multiple countries, consistently demonstrate that adequate selenium intake correlates with lower rates of certain cancers, particularly prostate and colorectal cancers in men. The mineral achieves this by supporting DNA repair mechanisms and helping cells maintain their structural integrity under oxidative stress. The optimal daily intake for adults over 60 is approximately 55 micrograms, though this can vary based on geographic location and soil selenium content. Brazil nuts represent the richest food source, with just 2 nuts providing more than the daily requirement. Other excellent sources include seafood, particularly tuna and sardines, as well as sunflower seeds and whole grains grown in selenium-rich soil. However, there's a critical caveat with selenium: more is not better. Exceeding 400 micrograms daily can lead to selenosis, a condition characterized by hair loss, nail brittleness, and neurological symptoms. This narrow therapeutic window makes food sources preferable to supplements unless specifically recommended by a healthcare provider. The preparation method also matters. Cooking can reduce selenium content in vegetables by up to 50%, making raw or lightly steamed options more beneficial. Next, magnesium. Magnesium deficiency represents one of the most widespread nutritional shortfalls among adults over 60, with studies indicating that up to 60% of this population consumes inadequate amounts. This mineral serves as a cofactor for over 600 enzymatic reactions in the body, directly influencing energy production, protein synthesis, and most importantly for our discussion, inflammatory regulation. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition demonstrates that magnesium deficiency correlates strongly with elevated inflammatory markers and increased chronic disease risk. Multiple meta-analyses have established magnesium's role in reducing C-reactive protein levels and supporting overall cardiovascular health. The mineral works by stabilizing cell membranes, regulating calcium channels, and supporting the production of anti-inflammatory compounds. What's particularly compelling is research showing that magnesium supplementation can reduce age-related muscle loss, improve sleep quality, and support cognitive function, all critical concerns after 60. Adult men over 60 require approximately 420 milligrams of magnesium daily, while women need around 320 milligrams. Dark leafy greens like spinach and Swiss chard provide excellent sources, along with nuts, seeds, and whole grains. Preparation methods significantly impact magnesium availability. Steaming vegetables preserves more magnesium than boiling, while sprouting grains and nuts can increase bioavailability. For those considering supplements, magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate forms offer superior absorption compared to magnesium oxide. Taking magnesium with a small amount of fat and avoiding calcium-rich foods within 2 hours can optimize absorption. Many people notice improved sleep quality within a week of achieving adequate magnesium intake, as the mineral supports the production of GABA, a calming neurotransmitter. Next, calcium. While most people associate calcium primarily with bone health, emerging research reveals its crucial role in cellular communication and potentially reducing colorectal cancer risk after 60. The World Cancer Research Fund has classified calcium as having probable evidence for reducing colorectal cancer risk, based on extensive population studies and mechanistic research. This protection appears to stem from calcium's ability to bind bile acids and fatty acids in the colon, reducing their potential to promote cancerous changes in intestinal cells. Studies published in the American Journal of Epidemiology followed over 100,000 adults for more than 2 decades, consistently showing that those who met their daily calcium needs through food sources had significantly lower rates of colorectal cancer. The mineral works by supporting normal cell division processes and helping maintain the integrity of the intestinal lining. Additionally, adequate calcium intake supports proper muscle function, including the smooth muscles of blood vessels, which can help maintain healthy blood pressure levels. Adults over 60 should aim for 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams of calcium daily, with food sources being strongly preferred over supplements. Dairy products provide highly bioavailable calcium, but excellent non-dairy sources include calcium-set tofu, canned sardines with bones, and dark leafy greens like collard greens and bok choy. The preparation and combination of foods significantly affects calcium absorption. Vitamin D enhances uptake, while foods high in oxalates, like spinach, can reduce absorption. For maximum benefit, divide calcium intake throughout the day, as the body can only absorb about 500 milligrams at one time. Those considering calcium supplements should be aware that excessive intake may interfere with iron and zinc absorption, and some studies suggest very high supplemental calcium intake might increase cardiovascular risk in certain individuals. Next, potassium. Potassium serves as a critical electrolyte that directly impacts blood pressure regulation, cardiovascular health, and inflammatory burden throughout the body. The World Health Organization has established strong evidence that higher potassium intake significantly reduces blood pressure and stroke risk, making it particularly vital for adults over 60 who face increased cardiovascular disease risk. What makes potassium especially important in our discussion is its role in reducing the inflammatory stress that contributes to accelerated aging and disease development. Large-scale studies published in the New England Journal of Medicine demonstrate that adults consuming at least 3,510 milligrams of potassium daily experience measurably lower blood pressure, reduced stroke risk, and decreased markers of systemic inflammation. The mineral works by counteracting sodium's effects on blood vessels, supporting proper cellular hydration, and maintaining the electrical gradients necessary for proper heart rhythm and muscle function. Unlike other minerals we've discussed, potassium is best obtained exclusively through food sources, as supplements are limited to 99 milligrams per dose due to safety concerns. Excellent sources include bananas, avocados, sweet potatoes, white beans, and leafy greens. Preparation methods matter significantly. Boiling vegetables can leach up to 60% of their potassium content into cooking water, making steaming, roasting, or consuming the cooking liquid preferable. Many people are surprised to learn that a medium banana contains about 400 milligrams of potassium, while a cup of cooked spinach provides over 800 milligrams. However, individuals taking certain medications, particularly ACE inhibitors, diuretics, or those with kidney disease, should consult their healthcare provider before significantly increasing potassium intake, as excessive levels can be dangerous for these populations. Next, manganese. Manganese operates as an essential cofactor for manganese superoxide dismutase, one of your body's most critical antioxidant enzymes located within cellular mitochondria. This often overlooked mineral plays a fundamental role in protecting your cell's powerhouses from oxidative damage, directly impacting energy production and cellular longevity. As we age, mitochondrial function naturally declines, making adequate manganese intake increasingly important for maintaining cellular health and reducing inflammatory burden. Preclinical research published in Free Radical Biology and Medicine demonstrates manganese's crucial role in supporting mitochondrial antioxidant systems and reducing inflammatory signaling pathways. The mineral works by enabling the proper function of MNSOD, which specifically neutralizes superoxide radicals generated during cellular energy production. This protection becomes increasingly vital after 60, as accumulated mitochondrial damage contributes significantly to the aging process and chronic disease development. Most adults require approximately 2.3 milligrams of manganese daily for men and 1.8 milligrams for women over 60. Excellent food sources include whole grains, particularly oats and brown rice, as well as nuts, leafy green vegetables, and tea. Interestingly, a single cup of brewed black tea provides about 0.5 milligrams of manganese, making regular tea consumption a simple way to support manganese intake. However, manganese absorption can be inhibited by high iron or calcium intake, so varying meal compositions throughout the day optimizes uptake. Unlike some other minerals, manganese supplementation is rarely necessary and can be harmful in excess, as the mineral can accumulate in the brain and cause neurological symptoms. The key is obtaining adequate amounts through a varied whole foods diet that naturally provides manganese in appropriate quantities alongside other supportive nutrients. Next, topical mineral protection, zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. While dietary minerals work from within, topical mineral sunscreens provide immediate physical protection against the UV radiation that causes age spots and increases skin cancer risk. Zinc oxide and titanium dioxide represent the gold standard in mineral sun protection, offering broad-spectrum coverage against both UVA and UVB rays. Unlike chemical sunscreens that absorb UV radiation and convert it to heat, mineral sunscreens create a physical barrier that reflects and scatters harmful rays away from the skin. Research published by the American Academy of Dermatology establishes that consistent use of broad-spectrum SPF 30 or higher mineral sunscreen can prevent up to 90% of photoaging, including age spots, fine lines, and textural changes. These mineral formulations are particularly beneficial for adults over 60, as aging skin becomes more sensitive to chemical UV filters and may experience irritation from avobenzone or oxybenzone-containing products. The Food and Drug Administration recognizes zinc oxide and titanium dioxide as the only generally recognized as safe and effective sunscreen ingredients, based on decades of safety data and efficacy studies. For optimal protection, apply mineral sunscreen generously, approximately 1 teaspoon for the face and neck, and reapply every 2 hours when outdoors. Many people don't realize that tinted mineral sunscreens provide additional protection against visible light, which can worsen existing age spots and hyperpigmentation. Modern formulations have eliminated the white cast traditionally associated with mineral sunscreens, making daily use more cosmetically acceptable. The key is making this a non-negotiable daily habit. As UV damage accumulates over time and the benefits of dietary minerals can be undermined by continued sun exposure without protection. Next, implementation strategy. Successfully incorporating these 8 minerals into your daily routine requires a strategic approach that emphasizes food sources, proper timing, and safety considerations. The most effective strategy begins with a comprehensive dietary assessment to identify current intake levels and potential deficiencies. Many adults over 60 benefit from keeping a 3-day food diary to track their mineral consumption and identify patterns that may need adjustment. Creating mineral-rich meals doesn't require complex meal planning or expensive specialty foods. A typical day might include steel-cut oats with nuts and berries for breakfast, providing magnesium and manganese. Lunch could feature a salad with leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, and canned sardines, delivering calcium, zinc, and selenium. Dinner might include lean meat or legumes with roasted vegetables, ensuring adequate potassium and additional magnesium. The key is variety and consistency rather than perfection. Timing considerations play a crucial role in mineral absorption and effectiveness. Taking zinc away from calcium-rich meals, consuming magnesium in the evening to support sleep, and applying mineral sunscreen as the first step in your morning routine all contribute to optimal outcomes. For those considering supplements, working with a healthcare provider ensures appropriate dosing and avoids potentially dangerous interactions with medications or existing health conditions. Remember that building new habits takes time. Focus on implementing 1 or 2 changes at a time, rather than attempting to overhaul your entire routine overnight. The most successful approaches are sustainable and enjoyable, making them more likely to become lifelong practices. Next, safety considerations and medical guidance. While minerals offer tremendous health benefits, safety considerations become increasingly important after 60, particularly for individuals taking medications or managing chronic health conditions. Several of these minerals can interact with common medications prescribed to older adults, making professional guidance essential before making significant dietary changes or adding supplements. Selenium toxicity, though rare, can occur with excessive supplementation, causing symptoms ranging from hair loss to neurological problems. Calcium supplements may interfere with certain antibiotics and can increase kidney stone risk in susceptible individuals. Potassium intake must be carefully monitored for those taking ACE inhibitors, potassium-sparing diuretics, or individuals with kidney disease, as excessive levels can cause dangerous heart rhythm abnormalities. The safest approach emphasizes food sources over supplements whenever possible, as naturally occurring minerals in whole foods come with cofactors and natural limits that reduce toxicity risk. However, certain individuals may have increased needs due to medications that interfere with mineral absorption, digestive conditions that limit uptake, or dietary restrictions that make adequate intake challenging through food alone. Regular monitoring through blood tests can help ensure optimal levels without exceeding safe ranges. Most importantly, any significant changes to mineral intake should be discussed with healthcare providers who understand your complete medical history and current medications. This collaborative approach ensures maximum benefit while minimizing potential risks, creating a sustainable path toward improved health after 60. The research is clear and compelling. These 8 minerals represent powerful tools for reducing age spots, combating inflammation, and potentially lowering cancer risk after 60. From zinc's immune-supporting properties to selenium's antioxidant orchestration, from magnesium's anti-inflammatory effects to the protective power of mineral sunscreens, each plays a unique and vital role in healthy aging. The key lies not in complicated supplementation regimens, but in understanding how to incorporate these minerals safely and effectively into your daily routine. The journey toward optimal mineral nutrition doesn't require dramatic lifestyle changes or expensive interventions. Simple modifications like choosing mineral-rich foods, applying broad-spectrum mineral sunscreen daily, and working with healthcare providers to address individual needs can yield profound benefits. Remember that consistency matters more than perfection, and small sustainable changes compound over time to create significant health improvements. If this video was helpful, kindly type yes in the comments. That motivates us to produce more content like this. Please hit the like button if you found this information valuable. Share it with friends and family who might benefit from understanding these mineral strategies. And don't forget to subscribe for more evidence-based health content. Thank you for taking the time to invest in your health and for being part of our community dedicated to aging well through science-backed nutrition strategies.